Assalamu alaikum everyone, I hope you are well. Today I wanted to talk to you about a very taboo and sensitive topic, especially in the Arab society. Today I wanted to talk about divorce. And I wanted to do this video for several reasons. One, I've already talked about marriage and boyfriends on my channel, so I really wanted to share my experience because, as most of you know, I've got a divorce approximately 2 years ago, and I wanted to share some of the things that helped me get through this difficult period in my life. One of the things that has helped me before, during and after my divorce was having Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in my life. I sought His guidance, I prayed, I did everything I could to be closer to Him so He could guide me and help me during this difficult period. I don't deny that having the support of my friends and family has been amazing. I'm so thankful to have them around me. They know who they are and they know how much I appreciate having them in my life. But at the end of the day, they go back and lead their own lives, which is only natural. And the times where I was left alone was one of the difficult times, as you can imagine, and during that time I sought the guidance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I turned to Allah. I asked for Him to help me and for Him to help me get through this period, and alhamdulillah, I have managed. Alhamdulillah, I'm just so thankful for having Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Second thing that has helped me a lot is workout. I started working out very close to the time I got divorced. I told myself I needed something that I was going to stick to and that would not only change me physically but also emotionally and mentally, and working out does that for you. I have managed to keep it up until today, alhamdulillah. If I don't work out at home, then I go to the gym, and many of you have seen my pictures on Instagram where I post when I'm working out. I don't do it a lot because I think you guys will get bored. You just know that I do work out. And of course then comes the compliments when somebody hasn't seen you for a long time. And women, I don't know why we do this, but we like to compliment on weight. If somebody you haven't seen for a long time and you see, you're like, oh, you've put on weight, or oh, you've lost weight. It's always about our weight, and I don't know why we do this, but we do. And it's a compliment, of course, when someone tells you you lost weight, and not so good when someone tells you put on weight. But anyway, it's been good, alhamdulillah. Third thing is the label divorcee. I had to accept myself for what I am, and society can be very harsh and cruel when it comes to this label. They label you and they think they know what that label means and how a woman should act when she is divorced, and they have no idea. So before you go and face society, you have to be comfortable with who you are. So I knew I had to do that, and I managed to do that. And the way I did that was I had to accept that this divorce happened to a relationship that I had. It's not something that's wrong with me. I don't have a disease. I can't give it to anybody. I've heard stories where some people would not speak to you, especially women, because you're divorced and you might affect their relationship. I have no idea how that is possible, and how can somebody with a brain think that that is actually possible. But we have people who do, and I don't know what to say about that. Anyway, moving on from those kind of people, I needed to accept myself for who I was, and that was when the topic came up of marital status or whatever it was. I had to be comfortable with myself to be able to tell whoever was asking that I was divorced. And it's not something that I would scream at the top of my lungs so everybody knows, of course not. But it's not something that I should be ashamed of either, because it is part of who I am, and it is something that happened in the past, and it does not control my life, or it shouldn't control my life. And I told myself that I wouldn't give a group of people, a society, the power of making me feel bad. I can't let anyone make me feel bad. So it's hard enough sometimes. You're really hard on yourself. I really don't need other people telling me because you're this, you're that, because you're this, you're that. I know why society takes such a bad look at divorced women, and let's be honest, it's because the reputation of some of the divorced women are not that good, and I'm sorry, but they created that reputation for themselves, and the rest of us shouldn't be judged because of the actions of these certain women. I do not fear anyone. If anyone wanted to do something wrong, we can all do something wrong. The one I fear is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and He is the compass in my life and not people. Fourth thing is that what has happened in the past, and it no way reflects the person who I want to be and the person who I could be. I wanted to take this as a new chapter in my life. It has happened, but now I am open to a new opportunity, a new chance for me to do what I want to do, follow the dreams that I've always wanted to try and follow or achieve. This is my chance. I have the pen and I am looking at this blank page, and I can now start to write the words to my story. So those are the things that helped me, and I hope in some way it helps you. Divorce is something tragic that happens to a beautiful relationship. I honor the act of marriage. I cherish that relationship between a husband and a wife. And it's not only sacred to us humans, but it's also sacred to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And I'm sorry if any of you are going through a difficult patch in your marriage. If you are, please don't consider divorce as the first option. I hear some couples, they go through a marital problem and they go, okay, I want a divorce. Why do you instantly go for a divorce? There are so many things you can do, which you should do to make your marriage work. And divorce is an option, but it should be the last option on this long list of things that you need to do before you reach that option, especially if you have kids. Personally, one of the things that I think would help is seek guidance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Number one, always ask for His guidance no matter what, especially when you're going through a tough time. But remember Him also in the good times. Number two is seek marriage counseling. See a counselor. The both of you should go to a marriage counselor. Yes, the counselor is probably a stranger, then how can you talk about such personal issues with a stranger? But that stranger has knowledge, inshallah, which can help you work things out with your spouse. Number three is speak to your spouse. Actually, I think that should come as number two. Speak to your spouse. Let them know. Raise a white flag, raise a red flag, raise whatever flag you want. Let them know that you are not happy in whatever situation. You should be able to communicate your feelings and let them know that something needs to change because things are not working out. Number four is seek religious advice on the situation, and read the life of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. See how he led his life. Number five would be get a family member involved. Make sure that this family member is a neutral member and wants the best for the both of you. Lastly, I want to say that I am making this video, but that in no way means that I am supporting divorce. Yes, it has happened to me, and it's a sad thing that has happened to me, but I have decided to move on with my life, and I don't wish this upon any marriage. If you have gone through a divorce, I am terribly sorry for your situation. My advice would be strong. Know that this in no way means you're unworthy of love from the people around you. Open yourself to new opportunities in life. Try for this not to be a point in your life that pulls you down. It's something that happened to you, something in the past. Look forward, pray to Allah to guide you to the correct path, and be the best person you want to be. Thank you so much in watching my video. I hope this has benefited you in some way. I share so much of my personal life because I want to make a difference. I shall see you all in my next video, inshallah. Ma'as salama.